Okay, there we go. Thank you, Mort. So that was another thing as well that's obviously reset itself. I got catted.
Got catted on stream.
Arthur woke up from his sleeping on the top of the computer and pushed the button with his paw. Just the power button. Shut down my computer.
Did it deliberate,
Man.
I reckon.
Totally. I need money, don't I? So there. Can you get the thing as well? There you go. That's the one. Sweet. Hi, Mort. Welcome along. By the way. Where were we? What were we saying?
Oh, who knows? Some nonsense.
You should be paying attention to the cat or it'll turn your PC off. I know. He was quite happily sleeping up there and he just stretched and got up and then my computer was switched off.
Yeah, hate to see it.
Man. Alright, come and get this windrower then. I'm not starting until...
I'm on my way.
Cliffy's just subscribed. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate it. That's awesome. Yeah, really appreciate that. Thank you. That's 3 subs in 2 days.
Mate, you're making it. You're going places.
Man, I'm going to be a millionaire before the century's out. The larder and you are in dangerous territory because you want one. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'd love a larder.
Absolutely.
Like one of them proper boxy looking ones.
Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty much all I want in a classic at the moment. It's something that looks like boxes.
I like, you've probably submised this from me already, like the 2nd generation Range Rover, DeLorean, Larder. I like strongly defined, like angular designed cars.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I like sharp edges on cars.
Ford. Thank you. Clawing the chair, honestly.
If he's tinkering with the chair, he's staying away from the PC.
Well, it's Ford. He doesn't really go up there. It's only Arthur that goes up there.
For now.
Yeah.
Used to wait till Arthur teaches him the ways.
Talk about ladder made me think about my garage. That's where we started from.
Yeah.
Forgot they were a real thing. Yeah. It can get like that, can't it?
They still make them, you know.
They do, yeah.
It's still a thing. I wouldn't mind a Neva, actually.
What does a brand new larder cost you?
I'm busy windrowing at the minute. I can't look it up.
Yeah, but Clippies and Mort can.
I tell you what, the new Neva looks pretty good, actually.
I can't even tell you what the Neva is like. Is that the standard one or?
It's like no, that's like the little 4x4, like the larder's take on the Jimny, basically.
Yeah, I got you. Is that the one that they had on Top Gear and had a fireman go through it?
I have no idea.
I think it might have been. And at the end of the episode, they might even have. Oh, it was. Oh, Tango, you gifted the sub.
Did I?
Dude, what'd you do that for?
I don't know. Clippy seems cool.
He does seem cool. Oh, well, thank you. That's very generous of you. Yeah, I think at the end of the episode they landed a helicopter on its roof.
What, on a Neva?
It might have been, yeah. I may be thinking of a completely different car, but it's a similar... If it wasn't the Neva, it was something very, very similar.
Nevas are tiny.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a tiny car.
Yeah, it'd have to be a very small... Like, the indicators are up on top of the bonnet.
Yeah, it was a very small helicopter as well. Like,
oh, okay. Yeah,
they basically just put a big flat bit of wood on the roof rack and then landed a little helicopter on top of it while he was driving. It was obviously a gimmick stunt thing, but... but they did do it.
But yeah, I think I saw either a press image or a concept image of like a new Lada Niva,
Mm.
like a 2021 Lada Niva, and it looks pretty swish, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, they stopped making the Jimny now, and the more recent one like that look. I mean, they all look good, but that one
I
looks pretty
actually, if I
nice.
was going to buy a second car,
Mm.
I say second car. If I was going to buy a third car, that shaped Jimny, like the most recent Jimny, would be a very serious contender. I'd love like
Yeah,
a little 4x4 like that.
same. The only
Those are,
thing,
especially that like acid apple green that they do it in.
yeah, yeah, that's very nice, and
Really like that.
they do a really nice version of the badge as well that looks really posh. Like, it makes
Yeah.
the whole thing look really nice. The only thing that lets it down, because I went to a car show recently and I looked at loads of stuff.
Yeah, you put
Um,
up pictures on Discord.
yeah, the only thing that lets it down is the interior is just drab.
Really?
Yeah, it looks rubbish.
Didn't look that bad
Right.
from pictures, but then again, pictures are different, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe you can get different levels of, spec and stuff.
I've
But
seen both cloth interiors and also leather ones, so maybe there's different, very
yeah.
different specs.
Well, I mean, I'm mainly talking about like the dash and stuff like that. But
I've heard the same thing, about the Nissan GTR.
right,
Like apparently the interior on that are like horrendously dirt cheap, like really cheap
yeah.
flimsy plastic.
It's
It's like
one.
made to like a tiny budget apparently.
It's one of the reasons I'm into Toyotas now is because of the interior quality. It's just brilliant.
Really?
Yeah, it's fantastic. When we were looking for cars for Sarah, we were going to get brand new on finance.
Yeah, because
And
you had a Yaris for a while, didn't you?
we've still got it. Still got the same
Oh,
one. Yeah, and it's still great. It's still a good car. Um, yeah, we got the Yaris Hybrid. We went round loads and loads of places, um, and looked at everything, and Honda and Kia and all of the ones that come to mind. We looked around, and they were just cheap, nasty. They felt horrible,
yeah.
and we went and got in the Toyota, and we're like, yeah, this feels premium.
I tell you what's fantastic is Mazda.
Yes.
When
Yeah,
I
always
when
liked
I went
Mazda.
out to my Range Rover one day and it stopped being reliable enough to use for work, I went out and I bought a Japanese car in anger.
Mm,
I was going to buy either a Ford Focus, a Honda, or a Mazda.
yeah.
I didn't like that was literally the criteria I went out with. I was like Auto Trader, this, or this. Near it, like within 10 miles, off we go, and I'm going to buy one of them today.
Yeah.
And I had a short list of like 4 cars. The first one I went to go see was a Focus, and it was sold before I arrived.
Right.
The second one I went to see was a Mazda 6, which I
Mhm.
ended up buying. The third one I went to go see, actually, I think the third one I went to go see was a Ford Fiesta, maybe, and it was
Oh.
absolute garber.
Yeah.
Like the back seat was more cigarette burn than seat.
Oh my goodness.
And I went and looked at something else, and I can't remember what it was. But I went back to the Mazda 6, and I just walked into the garage. I was like, "Yep, I'm buying it." And it's like, "Oh well, I think you'll find that X, Y, and Z, and I think we can do you." I was like, "I don't care. I'm buying it. When can I pick it up? Here's the money. Take it." And I tell you what, next time you speak to Nathan, ask him about my grey Mazda 6,
All right.
because that car is just stuff of legends. That was like a phenomenal car. Like that's
Yeah.
a car I like genuinely just bought in anger just to use to get to work like that week, and I ended up keeping it for like 4 or 5 years.
Amazing. I do
It
love
was
a
a
Mazda. They're good.
it was a 2-liter Kamanu,
Hmm.
2007 57 plate. It was like one of the last of that shape Mazda 6. So they just like obviously had like stuff. They had a new model coming out. And they obviously just had loads of stuff laying around the factory, so they just threw all the optional extras on it for free,
Yeah.
and like called it a limited edition, which is obviously just like a sales gimmick.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, it had like cloth seats, but it had like the Bose top of the range stereo system in it.
Wow.
And at one point I was doing work on Nathan's car, for what he had a 3 Series Beamer estate, and I can't remember what we were doing. We were doing something to the brakes on it. There was something wrong with the brakes, and for whatever reason, we needed to change a caliper. And I took the caliper off. We got the new caliper. I went to put the new caliper on, and I'm just quite merrily swinging the. I'm blanking on the name of the fitting now, but like the the hex nut on the back of a brake caliper.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like with but it goes around the brake pipe itself. I can't remember the name of that fitting, but anyway, I'm thinking I'm screwing that on, or no, I'm thinking I'm taking that off, and it's spinning quite merrily in the spanner, and then it's not until it comes away in my hand that I realise I'm not actually twisting the nut out of the caliper. I'm
Right.
actually twisting the brake line
Oh.
and snapping the copper brake line. So the caliper comes away with the nut still attached to the caliper,
Oh
and the brake
man.
line still attached to the nut, and I've just
Oh,
twisted it off. So basically, the TLDR, the whole reason why I'm saying that is because then essentially Nathan's Beamer became a permanent fixture on the driveway at my old house.
right.
At which point I felt so guilty about like basically breaking his car that I just like turned, because he had work the following day.
Oh man.
So I basically just turned to him and said, like, here's my keys, take my car.
Yeah.
And he used my car for a day or two and instantly fell in love with it. I
I
think he wanted to buy it off me there and then.
bet, yeah.
But yeah, next time you speak to Nathan, ask him about my my grey Mazda 6 Kamanu.
Fantastic.
It became the stuff of legends. That car was an absolute workhorse. It was fantastic.
I love a good car story. Your power's going off at 11, so there's going to be a blackout. Oh, right.
Is that like a maintenance thing or like a bad weather thing?
Or an energy saving thing.
Ah, it's not going to be an energy saving thing. Blackout, that seems pretty extreme.
Well, you say that, like, that was one of the things they did in Texas when there was big problems. They couldn't generate enough power for everyone, so they did rolling blackouts. So that they could, everyone could have power for some of the time.
Yeah, that's just an incompetence thing, though, because the way that the Texas power grid works is absolute insanity.
Yeah. There you go, energy saver. How come every time I watch you have no money? Because every time we get money, we spend it.
Speaking of which, I'm taking back this windrower now.
Yeah.
Now we're done with it.
Yeah, quick, give it back.
Energy saver. Yeah, where are you, Clippies? Are you in Texas?
No, he's in South Africa.
South Africa. Okay, cool.
South Africa.
I don't know much about South Africa, and that's quite a shameful thing to have to admit.
I don't know, everyone's got gaps in their knowledge, haven't they?
Yeah, I suppose.
Texas had issues mainly because they had no idea what to do with snow. Yeah, that's right.
They've got this weird sort of like libertarian bent to them, which is kind of mad for an actual state of a collection of states that makes up a country.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd forgotten it was to do with the snow. Yeah, that's right. Everyone's pipes burst because they've never had to deal with the freeze before.
Nah, mate, that global warming, I reckon that's a hoax.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, that's not real, mate. I wouldn't worry about that.
They're having you on
Yeah,
just to make money, that.
yeah.
Here in South Africa,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
I'm sorry to hear that, dude.
Oh. In what respect? You want to? Have you taken it back already now?
Oh, yeah, it's gone.
Cool.
But everything's been like windroads, so
Yeah, that's good. Are you going to start cultivating then?
I am indeed, mate.
Cool,
I'm
cool.
on it already. The
On it like a
cultivator is
car
on its
on it.
way out of the shed as we speak.
What should we plant this time?
You know what? I'm feeling barley.
Barley. Nice. Corruption, murder, and crime. Yeah.
I know, like South Africa used to be really bad for that sort of thing. Has it not got better in like the past 15, 20 years? Because I know, like Russia and Moscow in particular was like the same way in the 90s. Like that was like
Yeah.
rife with like organized crime and stuff like that. But apparently in modern day, that sort of stuff is very much not necessarily in the past, but not as prevalent as it was.
Worse. Crikey.
So
It was
dude,
pretty
sorry
bad.
to hear that.
Is there still like huge racism?
Like
Like,
partisan type stuff.
sorry.
Like partisan type stuff.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like, I mean, it's a really awful way to know about it, but like the way it was referred to in the Lethal Weapon films, like yeah, basically, you couldn't if you were black and weren't from Africa, you couldn't even consider going there because you would just get murdered straight away.
We're gonna have to swap tractors, mate. Because I need more horsepower for this thing.
Okay.
You say the lethal weapon films are like a bad source of information. I listened to a podcast called Knowledge Fight,
Yeah.
where they basically what they do is they listen to Alex Jones podcasts, and
Okay.
they break down everything he says, and they do like fact checking and stuff like that.
Right.
And he one of the people he occasionally has on is someone called a Swedelander,
Mhm.
who's like basically it's like one of the white people who went to South Africa to basically pillage the place. And yeah, some of the stuff I've learned from like listening to that podcast is like pretty grim.
Yeah.
Like basically first world nations go into South Africa just to like strip them of their natural resources. Basically, it's really kind of grim.
Man.
And then on top of that, obviously, you pile on the racism, like the amount of like the percentage of people over there that are like white, compared to like the amount of people over there that are like landowners. It's like kind of grim. It's like the balance of power is like massively skewed one
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
which is like kind of sad. I don't know why I'm like so eager to like get into this. It's kind of grim for a stream. I do apologize.
There you
I
go.
didn't mean to be. I didn't mean to be like, oh, woe is me. The world is awful. Let's all be sad.
It's all right as long as you don't like dwell too much.
I just feel bad here, like sat here complaining because my knuckles are cold because I haven't turned the heating on, and then like
Yeah.
Puppies is in chat going like, oh, by the way,
Yeah, survivor guilt, isn't it? But
yeah, like suddenly become kind of aware of my own privilege.
you have to think about it in terms of like, you know, you shouldn't feel bad about what you've got. What you should do is strive to help others get the same.
I lived on a farm, they kicked me off my farm. Yeah, like that sort of thing sounds like just awful.
Yeah, man. That is terrible. Yeah, I've got a really good friend, close friend of mine, who married a guy who grew up in Zimbabwe, and yeah, he's like, oh, I know absolutely that my parents have murdered people in order to try and protect me. They well, not
Oof.
murdered, but killed. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Well, maybe we can bring a little bit of positivity into the world by just being daft with digital tractors.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Digital tractors and silly goofs.
I was about to say I haven't even crashed it yet, so I don't know how we're going to achieve that. And as I
Don't
said
jinx it.
that, I
Don't
ran
jinx
over
it.
the back of an estate car. Oh my life.
Speaking of estate cars,
Yeah.
what would you buy if money was no object?
I've never been into estates, I'll be honest.
I don't mean specifically estates, but like
Oh,
if like you won the lottery tomorrow
yeah.
and you knew that like in a month's time, like a like 7-digit amount of money was going to be landing in your bank account, like what car would you buy first?
Aston Martin.
Aston Martin,
Yeah.
man after my own heart. Any particular one?
Um. Well, I mean, money no object. Probably it would be the DB5. But
Which one's
probably,
that? Is that the old school one?
yeah, that's James Bond's original car. From the movies, that is. Um. Yeah, I think if there was any ounce of practicality, I would probably buy a DBS.
Mate, I've just told you you've won the lottery and you're going for practicality.
Well, I mean, there isn't much practicality in a DBS, but you know what I mean compared to a classic.
Buy something daft and a Passat.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I wouldn't even buy a Passat. Like my practical car would be something like a Golf Club Special or something.
I'd buy a Passat. I'd buy a Passat and crash it. Just because I was stupidly rich.
Yeah. Buy several Passats.
Ooh,
So-
now here's the thing. There are very few American cars I like. One of the things I like, Clippies, is the Dodge Charger. Like, I don't want to say like the current shape, but
No, the older
like
ones.
no, not the older ones.
No?
I don't like the older ones, and I don't know about the current ones, but the ones that are a few years old, like 5 years old, I like those shapes a lot.
Right.
Like when they first started doing 5 doors.
Wow. Okay. See, 5 doors is just I wouldn't want a 5 door really.
Nah, the one when they did the 5 door Chargers, those are the ones I like. I like those a lot. I don't know why. It's just like something about them, like the appearance of them. I really enjoy.
I think about a GTO.
I had one of those. Or
Did-
did I have a
what?
GTR?
Oh, GTR. Yeah, that's a very different thing. Plymouth GTO.
No, it's
American
Japanese.
car. Yeah, no.
No, it's Japanese. Hang on, I'm gonna have to Google this now.
GTR, like that's the Skyline.
No, it wasn't a Skyline. It was.
Yeah, Dom's Charger is awesome from Fast and
GT.
Furious.
No, it wasn't a GTR. It's the big American.
I'm also a big fan of Eleanor, like from Gone in 60 Seconds, 1967. I haven't seen number 9 yet. I'm sure it does suck. That's probably why I haven't seen it, to be fair. I mean, number 8, like, seriously, now they're saving the world by chasing a submarine. Like, what?
Oh, this is going to upset me now. I need to talk to Nathan. Nathan
Yeah,
will
the
remember what
Mustang
this is.
GT500 1967. That's one of my my high ups as well. You know what? I'm really looking forward to lunch on Thursday now. It's going to be fun. The Boss 302, yeah, that is quite nice. The Barracuda's nice as well. Or Cuda.
Also correcting GTO to good. I hate technology. GTO. God, it's gonna bother me now. But yeah, I had one of them briefly.
Okay.
I say I had one of them. It was more like borrowed one of them. My dad had one of them. Was it a GTO?
Oh, FTO. Mitsubishi.
It was a Mitsubishi, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
FTO.
FTO.
Hang on a minute. No, it was a GTO.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at a picture of one now, a 1991 Mitsubishi GTO / 3000 GT.
Oh, yeah, I know the one. I know the one.
Yeah, I had one of those for a short period of time.
Nice.
Like my father bought one, and he had weird ideas about doing track days with it, with me as an instructor.
Right.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't let you have a Mini.
Well, yeah. Kind of a. So I had a Discovery as well, or I tried to have a Discovery, but yeah, I don't really want to get into. Kind of like an awkward sort of personal situation, but yeah, I had a Discovery as well, like an off-roader. But like technically, it was my dad's.
Yeah.
Like my father, it was one of those things where it's like I wanted to buy a second car. I had the Range Rover, and I wanted to off-road it, and I did. But I was worried about rolling it over and not being able to get to work the following day.
Yeah.
And also writing off a piece of Land Rover history.
Yeah.
So I was like, tell you what, I'm just going to buy a cheap, clapped out Disco, and I'm gonna modify it and make it make it an off-roader. That will be fun. And then I found out that it's significantly cheaper to buy a Discovery that's already been modified than it is to buy a stock one and modify it yourself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I was like, oh yeah, screw it. And then I found I went shopping for like a one that had already been modified for off-roading, and my dad found one for sale that had already been all kitted out for off-roading and that. Or I found it, I can't remember. We're talking like 10, 15 years ago now. And yeah, so it turns out, so I went to buy it, and he basically stepped in front of me and was like, he bought it instead and signed it over to his name. So it was like, okay, well, whatever. And yeah, he had this weird design on. He had these weird ideas about me being like an instructor for like experience days.
Right.
So like people would basically, there's these places on like farmers' land or like disused quarries, that sort of thing, that they call pay and play sites.
Yes.
And basically, you turn up with your tricked out Land Rover or Suzuki or whatever, and you pay 20 quid on the gate, and then you can spend the whole day driving around in the mud, getting stuck, driving up hills, all this, that, and the other, doing all the off-road stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and loads of people do it, and it's all a great laugh, and this, that, and the other. And obviously, for like these like red letter days type things, there are companies that do it.
Yeah.
Where like you use their car and they have like professional instructors and this, that, and the other. And so my father had this bright idea that we would go to these pay and play days. We would pay like 20 quid on the gate to get in with this Discovery.
Yeah.
And then like a stag do or a hen party or a rugby club would turn up with like 12 people.
Yeah.
That he had to like charge like $1,000 or however much for the day, and then I would like drive them round and they could drive and I'd instruct them for the day.
Yeah.
And that was like, it's like, one, yes, that sounds fantastic, I would love to do that, but two, you would absolutely not get away with doing that.
No, definitely not.
It's like, for one, you haven't got insurance for that sort of thing, and two, the like location that we are at, like the people who are like subletting this location do that exact thing themselves.
Yeah, and they ain't gonna let
So
you do it.
exactly, yeah. They're not going to take 20 quid and then stand there all day watching you steal their business. Basically, it's like you'd never get away with that.
Yeah.
And I don't remember where that story started, but that's where we are. And yeah, and he did the same thing with this GTO. Like he got the opportunity to buy this GTO cheap off someone,
Yeah.
and then like he had like some friend of a friend that he owed that owed him a favor sort of thing, who was going to do the mechanicking for us in the pit lane, and we were going to go
Brilliant.
to this track, and like again same thing where it's like I was going to be like an instructor or something. It's like yeah, it never really panned out, but it never really was going to, because he's a bit of a, if you haven't already gathered this already, he's a bit of a Del Boy character, my father.
Yeah, it certainly sounds that way.
Hence why at the moment he's completely estranged.
You plonker tango.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, this
He is like, it's like a wonder that I turned out so almost normal, because he was just a massive con artist.
that's crazy. You want to learn to drift with a 180SX? Yeah, that'd be cool.
I want to learn to drift with an MX-5, mate. And I tell you what, I'm halfway there.
I want to learn to drift with a GT86, and I'm halfway there.
I can get the back end out. All I need to do is learn how to get the back end out without pooing myself. Because I tell you what the difference between an MX-5 and a Mazda 6 is. When the back end steps out in a Mazda 6, it's alright. Just sliding a little bit. When the back end steps out on an MX-5, you're sitting on top of the back axle, and it is so scary.
L2 and X.
You've gone and put that tank on the front again, haven't you?
Oh, do I not need this one?
No, not for that. That's for root vegetables, my dude.
Oh,
But if you wanted to weigh the nose down, do no harm.
fair enough. Right. Where's the thing? Oh, select seed. There it is.
What you planting, my Dukas?
You said barley, didn't you?
I damn well did.
My garage has a turbo for the i4 today. Just what Rob needs. More speed. Totally. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, I've seen you trying to climb up those mountain twists. What you need is definitely more speed.
Yeah, yeah.
One thing, not your most recent, but like the one before, the video before that. I love the way you're just like cruising around, going, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna drive gently. I'm gonna be careful now." And you're just going around redlining it at like 5,000 revs. It's like, change up, man! For God's sake.
Not used to manual in games. I'm used to manual in real life.
Yeah, all right. If only you had a tachometer on screen.
But with barley, we're not going to get the chaff afterwards, are we?
And the other one then. I think it's barley and wheat you get the chaff for.
Oh, it's barley you do you?
Maybe?
I thought
wheat
barley
and wheat and what else? What are your options?
corn.
No, don't plant corn. Remember last time?
Yeah, I
Tango
do.
got angry.
I think it needs to be wheat then.
Wheat or there's two.
Wheat, barley, and oats. What, we get all of those?
See, BMAC coming in.
Oh, okay.
With the roast mats.
All right, fine. I accept.
There we go.
Turn on the sower. That one? Can't tell if it's on or not. That doesn't look like it's on to me.
Make barley do.
Turn. Yeah, okay, that's on. High work. Okay, that. Yeah, there we go. That's doing it. Is it?
Nope, doesn't look like it.
Doesn't, does it?
Have you dropped it? Have you turned it on?
It says it's on. Where even is the control to lower it? There isn't one. It looks lowered.
Well, it's right. It's left bumper and B, but I'm on controller, not the steering wheel.
Left bumper and B.
which is circle for you, I think.
No, I'm on Xbox as well.
Why is your screen showing Xbox controls then?
I've got no idea. I can't make it do otherwise.
Well, then it would be circle. It's been a while since I've held a PlayStation controller, but I'm pretty sure it's circle.
Well, yeah, but I don't have one in my hand. I have an Xbox one in my hand. There we go.
It's the 3 o'clock. It's the 3 o'clock face button.
3 o'clock. That was B. Yeah, I want to unfold it.
I said.
Yeah. Then
I was referencing your on-screen commands.
that one doesn't do anything.
Have you broke it?
Ah, there we go. Right. It was because I didn't have the rear trailer selected.
Ah, you goober.
Yeah.
Told you not to put that on the front.
I didn't have the front one either. I had the tractor selected.
Well, sacre now just shut my whore mouth. I need another beer.
Okay, so are we turned on? I say.
Ooh.
There we are. Right. This should be seeding now, I think. Yes, it is.
It just
Beautiful.
turned into a honey pop stream.
Hoonie pop. Very nice. Yeah, once I've done this seeding, I'm going to call it a day because I've just heard the good doctor arrive home.
What?
Yes.
What if I... I'm not going to say it because it's a bad idea.
Okay.
What if I streamed?
You could stream, yeah. Go
What
for
if
it.
I started streaming?
Yeah, you stream.
I
Do
have
it.
been awake for 23 hours. But what if I started streaming?
I'll leave the game running. You can just do whatever the heck you like.
From your point of view, just me on voice, occasionally driving by over the horizon.
Yeah. My Summer Car, yeah, that's a good game.
I've seen it. I've never played it.
It's a tricky one. It's like intentionally really really irritating.
That's another goofball game.
Yeah.
I want to play Inscription, but I don't think I'll stream it.
Don't know that one.
Oh, it's the new Daniel Mullins game. Getting absolute rave reviews at the minute. It's up for awards and all sorts of things.
Nice.
Yeah, he's Daniel Mullins. He's really good at making like meta games.
Okay.
Like the game he's done most recently before Inscription is a game called Pony Island,
Okay.
and it's very much the sort of like if I told you anything about the game, it'd spoil it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, you find this arcade cabinet in this old arcade, and it's a game called Pony Island. And you put a coin in, and you start playing this game where you're just playing as a pony, and you have to jump over obstacles, and it's all very simple and very benign. But then it gets weird.
I think I've seen something about that. Yeah.
Chances are you've seen it, yeah. But yeah, he made this Daniel Mullins character. He's made a new game called Inscription.
Right.
And basically anyone who's played it for like 2 hours basically reviews it and goes, oh yeah, it's a pretty interesting card game, quite interesting, I think it's pretty good, it's well worth playing. And then like anyone who's played it for like 6 hours is like, you don't know, bro, you don't know, bro. This has changed me, bro. They're following me, bro.
You don't know, man. You weren't there, man.
Exactly. And then people who've played it for like 12 hours are like, I can't stop. I'll never find the end. What? I need answers. I have more questions than I have answers. And it's like, oh shit, this game seems serious. I want to play this.
Drove into a pole at 10 miles an hour and died. That is not a good way to end that game. That's definitely not the good ending.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, if you're gonna do it, you want to do it at like 120.
Come on. I've seen my summer car. That car won't go that fast.
That's very true.
Just down to wind resistance alone. How did we get off of larders? Yeah, I want to buy a larder. What's the Russian version of Auto Trader? Autotrader.ru.
In Mother Russia, in Soviet Russia, autos trade you.
Soviet Russia, machine drive you.
You finished it at least. Yeah, that's good. That's a really hard game, my summer car, because you just got to build an engine in fairly realistic terms from scratch without any instructions.
Instructions for the week.
Or mechanics. We're getting there.
Teplo is possibly my new favourite Russian word.
What does that mean?
Just means warm.
Oh.
It's just fun to say though.
There's one that they don't use very often.
Teplo.
Wonder how different 22 will be from 19. Yeah. I was saying earlier on.
I've still not looked up 22.
Sorry?
I've still not looked up 22. I don't know what's new.
I don't know either. I've ordered it just because I know that, you know, others I want to play it with are going to be playing it, so
Wow.
that's basically.
Wow.
I know. But hey. Yeah, I was
There's
saying.
me. Hey Rob, play this game, and he just doesn't even look at it twice.
Depends which game it
Gameboat
is.
comes around in a short skirt, and all of a sudden he's pre-ordering games that he knows nothing about.
I bought 17 because of you, Farm Sim 17 because of you.
And we had a lot of fun.
We did, and hence why I was open to buying this one.
You didn't buy this one, you got it free.
17. 22, that's the one.
Numbers are hard.
They're very hard.
Have you played Grease?
No.
That's a very good game.
Is it,
Made me cry.
Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
You need to play Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons as well. Because that's like that other game that we're playing at the minute, but single player.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, you've said that to me before, actually.
From the same guy, same director.
Can you do another horizontal run?
What?
Well, I'm not going to have room to turn this trailer at the end of the field at the moment.
Oh, I see. You're getting ready to seed this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, bear with me. I'm just I'm getting set up so I can make my own turns, but I will do as you say. Even though it's of your own making with your barn placement.
Yeah, I definitely should have thought of that. I don't know if you can move buildings.
I assume you can somehow. Probably more hassle than it's worth. You
Yeah.
should probably just plant potatoes on this or something and buy another field. We should buy a third field.
Yeah, but they cost like best part of 200 grand.
Yeah, they'll pay themselves off though.
We haven't got 200 grand.
Yeah, we'll take out a loan.
We've already got like loads of loan. 300
We'll
grand
get
of
more
loan.
loan. We're good for it.
Oh my life. That one. We
Oh
switched
no, the
on.
doctor's here. Everyone behave.
Hello. Assuming that you're hungry and wanting some dinner soon, I will I will stop playing. That was an exceptionally dull journey home. Really? No deaths or anything this time.
What do you mean this time?
Oh.
Commuting home in a Mad Max Yaris.
Yeah. An hour and 40. Oh my goodness. That's ridiculous. Yeah, it's just like you're way later than you would be. Could have marked a set of books in that time, totally. But it happens. When I used to work in Eastbourne, like driving along that coast road, that was exceptionally random. Most days I could get home in 35 minutes, but some days it would be 2.5, 3 hours.
No comment. Don't know what it's like to be stuck in traffic.
Trucks are usually the cause of traffic.
Whoa! Go off, people, you know.
You modified that hill a bit too, so you could put your house up there in the woods. Oh, nice! That's a cool idea. Maybe we should do that. We haven't placed the house yet. We've only done the barn. Maybe we should take inspiration from our viewers.
Speaking of Mad Max, have you played the game? I have.
No, I don't think I have. Again, it's one that I've watched, but not played.
I have. I played it to its fullest.
We've cut down a fair few trees up there. There was another game that was sort of Mad Max, but not Mad Max. Was it Fuel?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, that looked like fun. Just basically loads of different types of vehicles, dirt bikes and buggies and cars and trucks and whatever, and you just like hooned it across.
I refuse to accept that as a verb.
Man, the Hoonigans are awesome. You need to watch them.
I refuse.
Why?
Too trendy.
Are they really trendy? I don't know.
Too trendy, too popular,
Okay.
and therefore I refuse.
But I really like Ken Block.
I saw Ken Black once.
Yeah.
In the flesh.
Same. Saw him at Top Gear Live.
Oh, okay. I saw him in the street.
Oh.
I was walking down the street. We were going to a place, and I was like, "Oh, that's Ken Block."
Wow. What was he doing?
He was at a bar, but he was wearing his like racing jumpsuit thing, and I was like, "That's a bit weird."
That is a bit weird.
I'd be cash.
He must have come from a publicity thing, or maybe he just wears them all the time now.
It was South by Southwest, so I assume it was a publicity thing.
Yeah, that would make sense.
He was probably being paid to be standing at that outdoor bar.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
It was one of those things where I was like, I looked at a man, he wasn't dressed appropriately, and I was like, huh, weird. And then like 3 seconds later, I was like, hang on a minute, that's Ken Block.
That's what happened to me when I met Craig Charles recently. I saw him, and then it took a couple of seconds for me.
I saw you post about that in Scapegoat's Discord.
Yeah,
I'm so envious. I spent so many hours of my childhood watching him on Robot Wars,
Yeah, same. Yeah, Robot Wars, Red Dwarf.
and then on Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a mad, proper. I don't know what the term would be, but like he's like a big name in like, is it the reggae scene in the
Yes.
UK?
Yeah, he's got his own radio show all about it. This is why he was there. It was the building where all the BBC radio shows come from now. Oof.
There's a bit of a hill there, mate.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
Well, I didn't put it there.
It's a likely story.
Listen, we're all friends here, all right?
I do seem to remember asking you to sort out the terrain here.
I did.
Well, you clearly not. There's a bit there.
Have you not noticed that this field is now a big rectangle and not whatever it was when you finished with it?
You were playing Rage yesterday after the stream. Oh, nice.
Yeah, chat coming in. There's a useful tool to change the subject.
Absolutely. Might as well make use of it.
You know what? I have this weird itch, and it's
You should see a doctor.
I mean, you make a joke, but I've got this weird itch, and it is gonna, in the long term, hurt me.
Right.
I've got this weird itch to play Tarkov.
Oh.
I've seen a lot of stuff on Twitter about updates.
There's a slope,
new-
a bit of a hill there.
and new features.
There's
I
still a bit
kinda
of a
wanna-
hill there.
Turn around, you gimp. Leave me be.
Still a hill there. Oh my word. And he has a go
Who?
at me.
You made the hill.
I did not make the hill. The hill was there. It's part of the map.
You made the hill worse. Yeah, Tarkov is only pain.
Yeah. That's what I've gathered.
I love it though.
Diddly doodly.
I've not played Tarkov in easily 2 months. I should play Tarkov. I'm good at Tarkov. I like Tarkov. Tarkov doesn't like me, but I like Tarkov. Oh, I should play Forza Horizon 5.
Yeah, I want to play that as well.
I want to play Inscription. I'm going to buy Inscription. I'm going to play Inscription after this. Although,
Might be worth getting a month of Xbox Game Pass to play.
I might get
Forza.
I might get a month of Xbox Game Pass just for Forza.
Yeah, I was thinking that's. Well, I was obviously I was thinking that because I just said it. It's going to be cheaper, and we'll play it for the same amount of time.
Yeah, like I can't imagine it will be something I'll stick with for a very long period.
Yeah, we need to play more Wreckfest. We haven't done that for a long time.
Oh, Wreckfest is fun. We
Good
need to find
fun.
out if Colin's dead or not.
Yeah.
He just sort of fell off the face of the earth, and now he just plays Final Fantasy. I think he's just fully been absorbed into the weebdom.
Oh. That's a shame. I mean, I have nothing against the weebdom, but when it means
do.
when it means you don't
Claims
get
innocence.
Wreckfest.
I miss Colin.
Well, learn to aim better.
Colin's
Okay.
one of them mad lads who has lots of opinions on cars.
He is, yeah. Well, he had the same. He had my car before I did, didn't he? Not my exact car, but
Very similar car.
he had the same model.
His was cooler though, because his had louvers on it.
Yeah, and it would have been a manual as well.
I can't get enough of how much I enjoyed the louvers on the back of that car. They look so good.
Yeah, I do want to get some. There's a lot I want to do with it, but I don't know. Get a steering wheel for your rally game. Yeah, do it, man. Steering wheels are good. Oh, it's doing so well. And I just let speed get the better of me.
The hit film with Sandra Bullock.
Yes.
She was
Keanu
married to a
Reeves.
Nazi.
Sorry?
She was married to a Nazi.
Was she?
Yeah.
God, who was
And
she married
so
to?
her opinions might be suspect.
Wow.
Why do I always have to bring the tone down?
Yeah. We're not allowed
Why
to
do I-
like anything or anyone anymore while you're about.
Why do I know these things? I think I have to rally too. I'm not sure.
I've got 3, I think.
3. Where's my Steam? My Steam. Which dirt do I have? Yes, I have Dirt 3 Complete Edition, whatever that means. That's a bit of fun. There's a mini in it.
Yes, there is. I've done that in VR as well.
It has VR?
Yeah, it does.
Dirt 3 Complete Edition. I don't have a VR version.
Do you not?
Huh.
Well then.
What the butts? Obviously, my Complete Edition is not complete enough.
Apparently.
Shenanigans.
I don't think I've played 2. Do I fertilise this now?
I don't know.
Or do we have to wait for a growth stage?
I think you can fertilise it now.
Okay.
I mean, if the fertilizer quantity goes down, I think it will consider it being fertilised.
Okay.
It will work, says Mortimer. And I believe Mortimer. He seems like a trustworthy sort.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's working.
Absolutely. Mortimer knows everything. It's great.
Everyone needs a Mortimer in their life. What if I played Beat Saber? That'd be a bad idea, drunk. What if I just made some food and sat on the sofa and watched other people make content? That'd be a smart idea.
Or you could stream that.
What, me sat on the sofa?
Yeah.
No one wants to see me sat on the sofa drinking beer, watching TV.
Dude, have you not seen how successful Gogglebox is?
I don't know what that is.
TV program.
Okay, I don't have a TV.
You watch people sat on their sofa talking about TV programs that are on.
I could do that.
So you see like a 30-second clip of the program, and then it cuts to like a family where one of them's like picking their nose and stuff, and they go, "Oh yeah, she's a bit funny, isn't she? I mean, I don't think I could do that," or blah blah blah. And that's basically it. That's the whole thing.
Oh, sounds a bit horribly scripted to me.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. I wouldn't watch it. But
You know, I've not watched TV for many years, and do you know what ruined it for me?
what?
It was a TV series called Charlie Brooker's How TV Ruined Your Life.
Right.
And I don't know if you're aware of who Charlie Brooker is, but he's
Yes.
fantastic. Yeah. And he did this series where he just basically documented what's involved in making television programs.
Yeah. Well, I
And he
know this.
basically
This is the job I do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, I mean, I'm talking to chat every bit as much as
Right.
I'm you. But he like documented like all like the paperwork that has to happen, and all the scripting, and all the blocking, and all the arrangements, and just everything that happens on like the meta side of things.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh wow, so everything is like completely fake and scripted then. And it just kind of took a lot of the, not I don't want to say it took a lot of the fun out of TV for it. It just made it so obvious how so much of it is just fake.
Yeah.
And how like edit like I mean, as you're more than aware, like editing can like massively change context.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
and stuff like that. It's just like I watched that, and after that, it was just like every time I watched a TV program, I just like couldn't stop myself from like finding stuff. I was like, this can't be genuine, because after the fact, that person, like this person who's outraged about a situation,
Mm.
if they were genuinely outraged, they wouldn't have signed the release form.
Yeah.
Which, and therefore this footage would never be legally, like, it wouldn't be aired.
You say
Because
that, but they can sign a release form before the filming.
yeah, but and then again, that's the same thing. It's like, well, if they signed the release form before the filming, then they knew they were being filmed.
Yeah, they knew they were being
But
filmed, but they oh, is that what you mean? Like candid stuff? Is that what you're talking about?
yeah, essentially what I mean is like, oh, we're filming this thing, and
So you're not talking about
their
dramas
reaction,
and
their
stuff.
reaction is, one, genuine as if they're not being filmed, and two, they didn't know they were being filmed. But
Right.
they also gave their permission to have their reaction broadcast. It's like, that doesn't, either they knew they were being filmed or their reaction was staged. So it's like, well, not in Mortimer, not even reality TV, just all TV. It's just all like,
Say, because dramas are completely different. You're talking about stuff that has members of the public or whatever in.
I'm talking about stuff that's like put up specifically to elicit reaction, like outrage.
Right.
Where it's like, oh, the
But
British public, this is what they believe, and it's like, no, this is what they agreed to let you show. I'm struggling to like put my thoughts into words, but basically,
Yeah.
I watched Charlie Brooker's How TV Ruined Your Life, and I was like, oh, that's how TV's made. Oh, well, that ruins everything.
Yeah. I mean,
And
there's a
then,
hell of a lot of TV that doesn't come under that bracket.
yeah, I mean, yeah, like, obviously, if it's like, oh, I'm gonna dress up as
Like Casualty, for
Queen,
example.
I'm gonna dress up as Queen such and such, and I'm gonna reenact the Battle of Hastings.
Yeah.
We didn't have a queen at that time; it was a king. Yeah, like, I'm fully aware that like Downton Abbey isn't like CCTV,
Yeah.
but like, yeah. Does Tango have a handbrake for Dirt Rally? Because I'm curious. I have a handbrake. I have two, but they're
Do you?
in my cars. They're
Oh,
not
yeah.
attached to my PC. So the answer, I think, is no.
That would be no, yeah. Hello, for Weltwet, sorry, it's V's, isn't it?
It looks very German.
It does look very German. Are you German? Thank you
Or
for
is
coming
your
along.
username German?
Nice to see you.
Welcome, welcome.
Doctor, if you are still here, are you wanting stuff to happen yet? Do I need to stop playing the games?
She's going to pick up that loaf of bread and just throw it at the back of your head in a minute.
Yeah. Ah, nice. Came from Germany. Sweet. So does the game.
I've always
why-
wanted to go to Germany.
It's quite nice. I've been twice.
Never been. But I hear good things.
I've only ever been on business, mind. I've never been for pleasure. I am from England, the UK.
Oh god, I've just pulled a joystick off my controller.
You didn't want to do that.
You're gone. I don't mind, I just want it back. Oh god damn it, it's under the desk. It's fine, I got it back. Yeah, the Xbox Elite 2 controller is great, but the joysticks come off.
Yeah, well, that's intentional, so you can put the ones you want on there.
Welcome to the best and funny streamers. Yo, who's Clippy watching?
Yeah, who are you watching?
Share
Share it
a
with the
link.
rest of us, yeah. Amazing. Right,
I want Poland as well, speaking of Germany. Germany borders Poland.
it does.
I want to go to Poland. Poland sounds cool. I want to go back to Portugal. I want to go to so many places.
I want to go everywhere. There isn't really a place I don't want to go.
I might go to Moscow.
I mean, I'd like to go to places when they're not like at war or anything.
Oh, I legit want to go to St. Petersburg, but I think they're locked down at the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Oh god, I'm stuck in a trailer.
Oh, it's so nice with the engine off.
So quiet, so chill.
Yeah, peaceful.
I don't know, the one is Tango and the other is Rob. I'm the
Who's
sexier of the two.
Those names are familiar.
I like how when you jump out of the tractors with like steering applied, like the steering stays
Yeah,
as it was when you left it.
yeah, it's realistic, isn't it?
Means you can park it for those artistic shots.
It's how they can call it a simulator. Max, oh, very nice.
Pleasure to meet you, Max.
Let's wash down the pickup as well.
I'm desperately trying to rack my brain now, trying to remember all the German I know. And it really isn't a lot.
Mein Blinker ist von Bits geschlagen worden. That's pretty much all of the German I know, which Max will now translate for you. I hope, because I've probably got it terribly wrong.
Afrikaans.
I
do not know Afrikaans.
I know by a danker, by a donkey.
I'm afraid I only know English.
I'm trying to remember if I got that right. I don't think I did get it right. Mein Winker ist von Blitz geschlagen worden.
What does that mean?
It means...
educate me.
It means my indicator has been struck by lightning. Assuming I was correctly educated.
What context would that sentence be useful in?
You know the old-fashioned cars that had the semaphore indicators?
Okay.
They're made of metal, so they act like lightning conductors.
Okay.
I don't think they really do, but you know. Clippy's is... That was very good, Joe. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I mean, like Tango says, it's entirely useless. It's nice to know I could say it right.
But only because you don't have a car with semaphore signals.
Mein Hausen ist Käse. That's another one. I can do a bit of French as well.
All the ones I know are just Rammstein lyrics, and that feels like cheating.
Où est les plumes de maton? Madame et monsieur, je suis un bon de terre.
That's it. That's French.
Yeah, I told you I could do some French as well.
Minyazavut Tango. Yeah, Lubit Farm Sim. How do I make the do? Oh,
R.
B. That's intuitive. You stop driving over me, please. I'm trying to wash a tractor.
Yeah, I was trying to get you to wash both tractors.
What's the verdict from the lady wife? Do we have to stop?
I think she may have gone. Which probably means we do, or I do have to stop. You can carry on.
Where's the dedication, Rob?
Are you able to manipulate time?
No,
You're not allowed, are you?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Just try.
Mate, I've tried.
Because then you can carry on. Make us some money.
I'm gonna go make some food, mate, because I've not eaten in 8, 9. I've not eaten in like 11 hours.
Yeah, you probably...
I should have been in bed 8 hours ago, and I've been awake at this point 23 and a half hours.
Okay, well...
I'm gonna go to YouTube and watch my wife's new video.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go for a lie down.
Fantastic. Right then, thank you very much for watching, people. I apologise, Max, that you've arrived just as we're finishing, but please do drop us a follow and then come along next time if you're able. That would be great fun. So yeah.
Her channel is Yar Russia, and she's not actually my wife, but I hope she will be one day.
Wow, brilliant. Please do check out all the links underneath the video. We've got the YouTube and the Discord and all those kinds
Come
of
join our
stuff.
Discord. You can say things to me, and it will come through on my phone, and I'll see it while I'm at work or sleeping.
Yeah, or not at work the next
And if
few
it's
days.
insulting, I'll feel sad. It's great, this internet thing.
So yeah,
Yeah, we have a Discord.
we do have Discord. Yeah, please come join that. Otherwise, have a good time. Enjoy whatever you do next, and we will see you on another stream sometime soon. No doubt, very soon, given that Dan goes off for 4 days.
Goodbye. I love you all.
You're welcome, Clippies. Thanks. See you later, guys. Bye.